So minimization, it can be the logic minimization. It can be done with number of ways. Okay, that is the first way. That is the Boolean algebra that we have seen. So there we have seen the different postulates. Okay, these are some postulates. Among that, as I said, this is the most important postulate. If you want to minimize the logic equation, any particular equation with using Boolean algebra, then the De Morgan's law it is used. Okay, what is the De Morgan's law? Here you can see the De Morgan's law always stated that what you can see here, x plus y bar equal to x bar dot y bar. Okay, this dot it should be in between this, and this plus it should be in between this. Okay, what is the meaning of that? The complement of the product. Just let me show you on the whiteboard. Wait. Okay, is this whiteboard is visible to you, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, just wait. Okay, so the De Morgan's law, here it is given in terms of x, y. See, variables, it can be a, b, it can be x, y, no problem. Okay, so suppose here I will write a, b bar equal to a bar plus b bar. Okay, this is the first De Morgan's law. Okay, this one is the first. What it indicates that the complement of a product, what you can see a and b, these are the two variables. Okay, so for ab bar, here you can see, right, this bar. So the complement of a product is always equal to the sum of the complements. Okay, is equal to the sum of the complements. That is the first rule. Okay, suppose here I will take a truth table for this 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. Okay, okay, can you tell me what will be the AB bar if we'll calculate based on this truth table? A bar, AB bar, what
One.
it will be?
One.
Yes, 1, right?
Yes, ma'am.
A into B, what you have to do? Multiplication, right?
Multiplication 0.
Multiplication, A into B and the complement of that. Okay, A into B is 0 into 0 is 0 and the complement of that is 1. So complement of 0, that is 1, right? Then 0 into 1,
0.
0. The complement of that is 1.
1.
Then 1 into 0 again 0. The complement of that is 1. But 1 into 1, 1 into 1, 1. But the complement of that is 0. Right? So this is the result of AB bar. Right? Now, A bar plus B bar. Okay? In this case, again you have to find out the result of, first what you have to take? You have to take A bar. A bar means what? I will write at this particular side. What is A bar? 1 1 0 0, right?
Yes, ma'am.
What is B bar?
1 0.
B bar is 1 0 1 0, right? Now for this A bar plus B bar means Addition of these two. 1 plus 1, 1.
1.
1 plus 0, 1. 0 plus 1, 1. And 0 plus 0, 0. Right? So this is the left hand side. This is the right hand side. And here you can see the answer for this LHS equal to RHS. The answers of both are same. Right? So the De Morgan law, that it is suggested that the complement of a product is equal to the sum of the complements. Fine? That is the first one. Okay, the next one, that is A plus B bar, okay, equal to, this is the second of De Morgan's law, A bar, B bar. Okay, this is the second De Morgan's law. What it indicates, the complement of a sum is equal to the product of the complement. Okay, now again in the same way, by representing this with truth table, if you will write the truth table and if you will calculate this both value, you will get the same answer for that. Okay, so this is the second De Morgan's law. Okay, I will not go into depth of this because this minimization using De Morgan's law or minimization in using theorem, it is not there now. Just why I have shown this law, why this particular law, it is suggested that this equal to this, how you can prove that with the help of truth table. Because we'll be having the representation of truth table. Okay. Now, we'll come to the first point. Here also it is shown in one PPT how it is proved. Here you can see. Okay, as yesterday we have seen for this particular expression. Okay. Now we'll come to the main point. That is, what is Boolean function? Okay, Boolean algebra we have seen, Boolean function. Okay, that is very much important to understand what is Boolean function. See, Boolean function is an expression formed with binary variables. Okay, Boolean function, it may have binary variables, operators or and not, and the parenthesis and equal sign. Okay, the value of the Boolean function can be either 0 or 1. The Boolean function may be represented as an algebraic expression. It can be termed as algebraic equation. It can be termed as a Boolean function, or it can be termed as a logic function. Okay, or truth table. So that Boolean function, it may be represented in terms of truth table also. So how to represent that algebraic equation? Representation as an algebraic equation. W equal to x plus y bar dot z. You can see this expression, right? This is known as, suppose one expression here it is given, that can be known as a Boolean function also. Here representation in terms of algebraic expression, this term also it can be used. Okay, expression as an expression. In terms of digital electronics, expression can be written like this. Okay, now what is the meaning of this W? This variable W is a function of x, y and z. Okay, can also be written as, see, this is one, this particular expression, it can be also written as like this. Okay, W equal to, as because of this is a function of this f of, f indicates function, f and in bracket x comma y comma z. So means instead of W, I can also write f of x, y, z, because how many variables are there in this expression? We can see at the right side 3, x, y, z. So that's what, this is a function of x, y and z. Okay. Now the RHS of the equation is called an expression. Okay. This RHS. Okay. This is known as expression. The symbols in that, what you can see x, y, z. Okay. The symbols x, y, z in terms of Boolean function, here those are known as literals. What you can see, the symbols x, y, z are known as literals of the function. Okay, generally we use in the programming language, these are known as nothing but variables. But in terms of Boolean algebra, in terms of digital electronics, the expression here it is given in that if some variables are used, those are known as literals. So the symbols x, y, z are the literals of the function. For a given Boolean function, there may be more than one algebraic expression. Okay. Now, just go through this truth table. Okay. Representation of a truth table. What you can see in this particular truth table, there are three literals X, Y, Z and W. Okay. So this truth table, what it indicates, this truth table, it is written for this particular equation. Okay. You can see these three literals. Okay. And this W, it is nothing but it will provide the result X plus Y bar dot Z. But you can see there are three literals, means will be required three input. Right. So that's what here in the truth table you can see X, Y and Z. If there are three literals, three variables, based on that, if we want to calculate the result, will be required how many rows? 2 raised to power 3. Means, can you tell me how many possible combinations will be there?
8.
8, right?
combinations.
So it starts from 0, 0, 0 and the last one 2 raised to power 3 minus 1, right? Always it will, because it starts from 0. So it will be considered 2 raised to power 3 minus 1 means 8 minus 1. So the last decimal, that is 1, 1, 1. So 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1. Why we have taken 3? Because we are representing this truth table for this equation now. Okay. So that's what here three variables, three literals are taken. And for that all the possible combinations are taken. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1, 1. Right. Now, what about this W? How it is calculated? See here, this W, it is given X plus Y bar dot Z. Right. Now, to calculate this X plus Y bar dot Z, if you will calculate this X plus Y bar dot Z, you will get this answer. You can see at the last W. So 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1. This is the value of this particular function. That is W. Shall I calculate this on that whiteboard, or have you understood this particular part? How this W is calculated? Yes, students, how this W is calculated, why it is written these values in the truth table 0, 1, 0, 0. Have you understood this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Why 0 is written? Because here calculated X plus Y bar dot Z. Okay, X plus Y bar dot Z means what? X, that is 0, right? Plus Y bar. Y bar dot Z. Y bar means 1. 1 dot 0 is 0. Right? 1 dot 0 is 0. Complement, इसका complement लेना है 1 0 का. Why? Because Y bar dot Z. First calculate this simply. Okay, and then whatever the value you will get, just add in that. Okay, so here 0 plus 0. What you will get? 0. Again, Y bar dot Z. Y bar means 1. 1 dot 1, 1. Plus 0, that is 1. Okay, so likewise here this value, will take practice for that in the next, once this part will be completed. Okay, with one example. Now, representation as a truth table. Okay, we have seen the representation as a truth table. The number of rows in the table is equal to 2 raised to power n, where n is the number of literals in the function. Okay, where n is the number of literals 2 raised to power n. Here, what is n? N is 3 in this example because there are 3 literals. So 2 raised to power 3 combinations are given in the truth table. The combination of zeros and 1 for rows of this table are obtained from the binary numbers by counting from 0 to 2 raised to power n minus 1. Okay, so this is specifically given description for this particular example. You can apply to that. Now the next, the very important part, that is minimization of Boolean function. As just now said, minimization of Boolean function. It can be possible with number of techniques, like minimization of Boolean function deals with reduction in number of literals or reduction in number of terms. So minimization is achieved through manipulating the expression to obtain equal and simpler expressions. Now, just go through this particular part so you will understand something, what is meant by literal and what is meant by term. Okay, see this expression. This is the Boolean function f1. Okay, this is just a name of that function, equal to what it is given? X bar dot y bar dot z plus x bar dot y dot z. Okay, students, can you tell me what is the meaning of dot?
And operator.
And operator means dot means product, right? You have to always remember
Yes,
this.
product.
Okay, what is mean by plus?
Addition.
Or operator means addition, right? You have to always remember dot and plus. Okay, what you can see in this particular function, it has three literals. Which are those three literals? X, y and z, right? Either it can be in a complemented form, it can be in the uncomplemented form, right? You can see three literals, those are x, y, z, and three terms. What are meant by three terms? This is one term, this is one term, and this is one term. So that's what this function represents, three terms, 1, 2, 3. And how many literals? Three literals, 1, 2, 3. Because in each and every term you can see three literals, but in the last term x dot y bar only two literals are present. It is not compulsory always in each and every term there are all the literals present. Okay, so with the help of this Boolean function we can say that there are three literals and three terms, right? Just go through the second equation, x dot y bar plus x bar dot z. Now, in this particular Boolean function, again there are three literals, x, y, and z. Okay, but not all the literals are present in both the terms. Okay, here you can see z is absent and here you can see y is absent. Right, here z is missing and here y is missing. Okay, so what you can see, there are three literals, x, y, z, and two terms. Right, 1 and 2. So, F2 can be realized with fewer electronic components resulting in a chip. Means because of this both the expression gives the same result. So that's what they have said. If we'll minimize this particular expression, we'll get this result. But that is not required now. Okay. Just understand what is the meaning of literal and terms now. Okay. So here it is calculated in terms of truth table. Okay. 0, 0, 0. What is the value of F1 and what is the value of F2? Why it is calculated? Because here it is given. Okay, so based on this equation, these values are calculated. Okay. Okay, the next main important part, that is mean term and max term. Okay, see these all these terms are new to you. Okay. First, I will go through all these terms. Okay, and then we'll see actually what are all those concepts those are required to solve a particular example. Okay, what is mean term? Mean term means n variables forming an AND term. Okay, with each variable being primed or unprimed, provide 2 raised to power n possible combination called as mean terms. And max term, n variables forming an odd term with each variable being primed or unprimed, provide 2 raised to power n possible combinations called max terms or standard sum. See, mean terms and max terms, these are the two forms, those are always required in Boolean function in terms of to calculate the sum of product and product of sum. Okay, I will tell you that also. See now, what is mean by actually mean term and max term? Because, okay, now what you can see, three variables means three literals, either variable or literal. Generally it is said literal. Okay, variables x, y, z. Okay, all the possible combinations are taken 0, 0, 0 to 1, 1, 1. Right? Now, what is mean term? What we have seen mean term? About the mean term? Mean term, it is nothing but the n variable forming an AND term. Okay, see students, here in the mean term, there are two columns are given. What you can see, first one, it is the term, and second one, it is the designation. Okay, what it means designation? The term, the short term that indicates the mean term and max term. See here, this term, okay. What you can understand from this? Why here bar it is given? What is the significance? Why this term it is written? See here, mean term always represents the product of the variables. Okay, always represents the product. And max term always represents the sum. Okay, In that way, product means and sum means or. Now what you can see, why this bar it is given? Because of this is a 0. If 0 it is there, it represents bar in terms of min term. So what you can see, x bar dot y bar dot z bar. That is the first term that is known as min term. This is known as min term now. Why? Because here you can see the product of the variables. Okay, the product of the variables indicates that is known as a min term. And why this is M0? This is the representation, standard representation. Min term always denotes with small m. Okay, min term always denotes with small m. And why this 0? Because this is the decimal equivalent of this. For 0, 0, 0, what is the decimal equivalent? 0, right? So for that, this designation it is given, right? So always min terms represent, here you can see all small m's, okay? And all the product of the variables. But what you can see here in each and every term, wherever 1 it is there, here it is written in the uncomplemented form. And wherever 0 it is there, it is written in the complemented form. Okay, so product of each and every variable that will be represented in terms of min term. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, x bar dot y bar dot z. What is the next min term? 0, 1, 0, x bar dot y dot z bar. 0, 1, 1, x bar dot y dot z. Why dot y dot z? Why not bar? Because here 1. Always 0 represents bar, 1 represents no bar. Okay, in min term. Okay, so accordingly all these terms are represented, min terms. And here this short notation it is given M0, M1, M2, M3, M4, M5, M6, M7. That is nothing but this is the decimal, this is the binary form of 7. So here M7, okay, but small m. Now at the right side you can see max term, okay. Now what is max term? Max term, it is nothing but the ORing of the variables, okay. OR means addition. So that's what plus sign it is there, right? Here it is given max n variables forming an OR term. Okay. Now what you can see here, again here it is in the complemented form, but here it is not in the complemented form. Why it is given x plus y plus z? All the variables are the summation of all this it is taken here in terms of max term. Okay, but bar it is not there. Why? Because in the max term 1 represents bar and 0 represents no bar. Okay, the reverse of min term, that is max term. You can say the reverse of min term, that is max term. So only here additional sign, this is the uncomplemented form. So x plus y plus z, right? Instead of dot, here plus it is there, right? That is required for summation. X plus y plus z bar. Now what you can see here 0, 0, 1. Because of 1 here bar it is provided. So in the max term for 1 bar is required. That is nothing but it is complemented form. Okay, and at the right side what you can see here, instead of small m it is represented always in the capital M, right? M0, M1, M2, this decimal number it will be same because this binary number representation it is same, it is similar. Only this will change, capital M and small m, right? So these two are very important terms, min term and max term. Each and every Boolean function you will be required the min term and max term representation. Okay. So min terms are nothing but the summation of the variable. Min terms are nothing but the product of the variables. Okay, where 0 is considered as a bar and 1 is considered as a no bar. Okay, versus in the max term, the addition of the variables. Okay. The summation of the variables, here the product of the variables, but here 1 is considered as a bar, okay, and 0 is considered as a no bar. So this representation here it is written in terms of this. Okay, now where it is required, min term and max term. Okay, now for that we have seen min term and max term terms. Actually where it will be useful, that will be in the next topic. Okay. So the next part, that is the sum of product. Okay. SOP. In your syllabus, there is a term SOP. That is the sum of product expression. You will be having two parts in that. Okay. SOP and POS. See student, what is SOP and see literals? As we have seen, literals can be arranged in two form, in SOP form or in POS form. Now what is meant by SOP form? Sum of product expression is a product term. Okay, is a product term means mean term, right? Just now we have seen product term means mean term, or several product terms, that is known as mean terms, and logically added all together. This is little bit difficult. I will tell you the simple definition for this. See, first go through these expressions. X, only single variable it is there. X plus Y, only two variables, two literals. Here, three literals. Here also, three literals. Here, two literals, X and Y. Here, three literals. But what you can observe here, this is the single variable, so we cannot find out whether it is SOP or POS. But with the help of this expression, we can find out whether it is SOP or not. How to find out whether this is a SOP expression or not? See, an SOP is a group of product terms that is odd together. This is the product term. Okay, X dot Y plus Z. Okay, those product terms that will be all together, means the summation of that is taken. This is one term, this is one term. Here also, this is one term, this is one term. Okay, but for this term, what you can see dot, it is there. But to combine these two terms, which sign it is used? Plus. So that is always all together. Okay, so the SOP is a group of product terms all together. Here also you can see these two terms, those are all together. Okay, but which terms? Group of product terms are all together. Okay, so that is the SOP. You will understand in the next part, that part also. Steps to express the Boolean function in its sum of product form. Okay, now how to express any particular Boolean function in the sum of product form? What you will do first? You have to construct the truth table for the given Boolean function. Okay, then you can form a mean term for each combination of the variable which produces a 1 in the function. The desired expression in the sum or of all the minterms obtained in step 2. Okay, you will not understand anything from this. I will directly go to the example. Okay, expressing a function in the sum of product example. Now see here. Students, am I audible? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Expressing a function in its sum of product. Okay, now here you can see one truth table. In this truth table, you can see again three variables are given, X, Y, Z. So total 2 raised to power 3 combinations rows are there. Now here you can see F1. What it is F1? F1, it is one function. Okay, and some random values are given. It is not given based on any expression. Just values are given 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1. Okay. 0 means off, you know that. 1 means on. In terms of binary, it can be represented any output in terms of zeros and 1. Okay, so in the truth table, if it is given, if the truth table it is given, and if these values are provided as a final output, what you will consider it as a, means it produces high voltage and it produces low voltage, like that. Okay. Now, what you can see at the last, the following three combinations of the variable produces a 1. Which three combination produces a 1? What you can see? This combination is producing 1 as a result. This combination is also producing a 1, right? And this combination is also producing a 1, right? Except these three, all other combinations are producing zeros, right? So this truth table is given in which some outputs are 0 and some outputs are 1. That is already provided. That is already given. Okay. You just need to find out which combination is provided 1 and which combination is provided 0. So from this table, these three provided 1, right? 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, and 1, 1, 1, right? Okay, now what we have to do once this will be done? Now you came to know about which particular combination has provided the output as a 1. Okay, yes? Yes, any doubt? I will tell you for this particular part, this is just a truth table representation. Some outputs are provided randomly. Okay. And we have checked that which combinations has provided 1. That's it. Okay. Now, expressing a function in its sum of product form. Now, how you can express this truth table in sum of product form? Suppose this truth table it is given and you have to express this truth table in terms of SOP form. What is SOP form? SOP, it is nothing but the group of product terms all together. Okay. Now, just see, always whenever taking the SOP form, always you have to consider the output result as a 1. Wherever we'll get the result as a 1, okay, we have to consider always those terms in terms of SOP form. Okay, so what I will do next, I will write the corresponding mean terms of those ones. See here, their corresponding mean terms are x bar dot y bar dot z. Why this term it is written over here? What you can see over here? 0, 0, 1. What is the mean term of this x bar? See here, 0, 0, 1. Okay, how you will represent this? See, always sum of product, SOP, in which mean terms are used. In SOP, mean terms are used. Okay, one point you have to remember. So if mean terms are used and if you have to just find out the expression for this, why? Because the output is 1. How you will write? 0, 0, 1, x bar, y bar, and z. But you have to take the product. Okay. So x bar dot y bar dot z. Now the corresponding mean term in which second term you can see x bar dot y bar dot z bar. Why this is written? Because the another combination 1, 0, 0, it also producing our result 1. So what is the term in which you can write mean term? That is x, because it is 1, dot y bar dot z bar. Okay, so x dot y bar dot z bar. Okay, and x y dot means you have to write in terms of expression. So that's what we are converting now. Instead of this we are converting in terms of expression, Boolean function. Okay, so that's what we are writing this combination in terms of mean term form now. And the last one, that is the 1, 1, 1. What 1, 1, 1 represents? X dot y dot z, because here it is 1. Okay. Now what you can see, their corresponding mean terms are x bar, this one, and this one, because 3 terms producing the output 1. So that's what we have calculated the corresponding mean terms of those 3 combinations. Now what you have to do next, you have to take the OR of these mean terms. Taking the OR of these mean terms. So what you can see here, f1 equal to, we have to just give any name. As here it is a function, we have taken f1 equal to, what it is written, x bar dot y bar dot z plus x dot y bar dot z bar plus x dot y dot z. Why the summation it is taken? Because in the SOP always you have to taking first the group of product terms. So this is the product terms, right? And after that you have to take the summation of those, because SOP, sum of product, by the name only you can see here, students, see, sum of product. So this expression, it is indicating sum of product, right? These are the product and that is the sum of these products. So this is the sum of product. Now after that what you can see, equal to, what is this M1? That is the designation that we have in short term, short name that is given to this particular term, right? That is M1 that we have seen in this particular table. Okay, so here it is written M1, M4 and M7. So we have written those notations here. Okay, these are known as short notations. And after that, what you can see, finally what it is written, this form now it is written in terms of this form. Why? Because you know that now in this expression, how many literals are there? How many variables are there? 3. Means this is a function of 3 variables. So f1 of, here it is not required dot, sorry, here it is required comma, x comma y comma z equal to, what this indicates summation? Summation always represents SOP. Okay, summation is the symbol that denotes SOP. SOP of which main terms? 1, 4, 7. Why 1, 4, 7? We have taken these decimals from this. Means indirectly, this is the term, what you can see 1, 4, 7. What can you directly say? I can directly calculate also if I understood this particular part. See here, this one output. This represents which decimal value? 0, 0, 1. Output is 1. What is the binary decimal equivalent of this? 1. Right? What is the decimal equivalent of this? 1, 0, 0. 4. Right? And what is the decimal equivalent of this? 7. So indirectly, wherever we are getting the output as a 1, we are directly writing the result in terms of that. Summation of 1, 4, 7. Summation indicates the sum of product. Okay, so that's what. Now this truth table, indirectly it is representing in terms of this and this expression. Okay, but why we are taking this in terms of this min term and max term? See, min terms and max term actually it allows us to introduce a very convenient shorthand notation to express the logical function. Okay, so you will come to know later why these short forms are required. Okay, why these min terms and max terms actually it is required to carry on the circuit operations. Okay, you should know now this concept, what is SOP and how to represent the min terms in the SOP, how to calculate the final expression based on the truth table. Students, have you understood this particular example of SOP? If you are having any doubt, you just tell me, I will explain on the whiteboard. If you are having any doubt, please tell me. Have you understood why we have taken min term? Just now, be specific to min term. SOP always uses the min term. Sum of product. Min terms are always used in the sum of product form. Is there any doubt? If you are having any doubt, I will take one more example. Yes? Feel free to ask. A division. Please speak. No doubt?
Yes, ma'am, no doubt.
Have you understood? Shall I give one more one example to solve? Okay. Just wait. You will be required the example for the SOP. Okay. I'll be writing the truth table here. Okay. Okay, now why it is nothing but the output. Okay. Okay, so these are the input. Those are nothing but the variable, and this is the output. Okay, I'm representing in terms of truth table. Suppose I'm having now students, can you see this particular truth table?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so this Y represents output. Now I have provided this. Can you convert this this particular expression in terms of SOP form, sum of product form?
Ma'am, we have to give the answer in summation form, ma'am. So summation form like at numbers. Summation
Okay,
of 1
just
over 7. That type.
wait. First, I will tell you how you will do this. See, first, wherever one it is given, right? This particular produces the output in terms of zeros and ones. In the when we want to convert in terms of SOP, always we have to consider the output as a one. Those terms only we'll consider, right? For SOP, we'll always consider always the ones. Okay? In the output, I'm getting 1 here, 0, 1, 0, right? This particular term. Okay, this particular term and this particular term, right? Now for this, I will write. How I can write this term in terms of expression I want to write? So I will write this particular 0, 1, 0 in terms of min term now. Okay, in terms of min term, A bar,
A bar dot B dot C bar.
B and C bar,
Dot C bar.
right? This represents dot. Nothing it is given means dot, right? A bar, B, C bar. For this, A bar,
A bar
B,
B
A bar B C.
and for this
And last A
last
B C bar.
A B C bar.
A, B and C bar. Now what you have to do? You have to simply write the expression. If SOP form is required for that, what you will write? Now you will write in terms of f of y. I will write function of. How many
X dot Y
variables
dot
are
D.
there? A,
X,
comma, B, comma,
A,
C.
comma B, comma C. Yeah.
Ma'am, it is comma. Comma.
Comma y, only variables are there. 3 variables. So
Yes, ma'am.
it is a function of 3 variables equal to. Okay. Now you can write those terms. Okay. I will write in the next line. A bar, B, C bar, right? Directly, I need to, as it is a SOP form, okay, I need to take the sum of product. These are the product terms I am getting. So I will take the summation of all those. So A, B, C bar plus A bar, B, C plus A, B, C bar. Right? So this is the standard SOP form. Now, shortly I will write here how I will write in terms of min term. Which min term this representing? Small notation.
Two.
Notation that is
Two.
given in terms of small m value.
Summation 236.
So this represents C.
M2.
M2. 0, 0, 0
M2,
means
okay.
M0. This is
M2.
means M1 and this is means M2. So M2, right, plus M3,
M3
M3
plus M6
plus M6.
M3 plus
plus M2.
M6 plus M6,
Plus
right?
M6.
Yes, ma'am.
M2 plus
Yes, ma'am.
M3 plus M6,
Plus M6.
right? Then another notation that you can write in terms of summation of
2,
2,
3, 6.
3, 6.
3, 6.
Okay. So these are the different representation. We have written in terms of expression, we have written in terms of min terms, and we have written in terms of the symbol that indicates SOP. Fine. So from the truth table, we have written this. In the next part, we will see how to find the truth table from the expression. Okay. So the reverse way also you can do. Okay. So this is the first part, just understanding of SOP. Okay. So this is the SOP. Have you understood now what is sum of product? Min terms are always required in sum of product. That you have to always remember. Okay, that it is also there in the next part. All these definitions. Fine, students. Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Your next lecture at 11:20. At what time your next lecture? 11:25 or 11:20?
11:25.
11:25. Okay. Just wait. Okay. I will just give you one exercise and then I will stop. I'm directly writing the expression now. F of A, B, C. This is the function in which expression is given. A bar, B bar, C bar plus A bar, B, B bar, C plus A bar, B, C plus A, B, C bar. Okay. You have to calculate this in terms of the notation, designation, min terms. Okay. You have to calculate in, this is already given in that form, but you have to calculate in the form of summation. Okay. Like, sorry, in the form of like summation, you have to write the answer.
Ma'am, we have to answer it now, ma'am. Read homework.
Yes, you can answer it. Till that time, I will take the attendance. Okay. One more I will give you here. No, this POS, it is not complete. Only solve this first one.
0135.
Yes.
Ma'am, for the first one, it is summation of 0, 1, 3, 5.
Okay. Why it is, see, simply you can write bar means what? 0, 0, 0, right?
0.
Why it is not working? Wait. This means this is 0, 0, 0, right? Indirectly. What this represents? 0, 0, 1, right? What this represents? 0, 1,
0, 1,
1,
1.
right? What this represents? 0, 0, 1. Now
1,
you have
1,
to take the decimal of this, right?
1, 1,
What is
0.
the decimal?
Ma'am,
0.
110.
And last 110. Last 110.
Oh, sorry. Wait. This is. Yes, so this is 0, 1, 1 and this is 1, 1, 0.
110.
So means 0, 1, 3 and 6.
3 and 5.
Right?
6,
So your expression will be f of ABC equal to M0 plus M1 plus M3 plus M6. Right? Or else you can write in summation form. Summation of M, you have to say summation of M, small m, because min terms 0, 1, 3 and 6. Okay. So this summation always denotes SOP. Okay. Just write down this notation. And there is another symbol that is this pi that denotes POS that we'll see in the next part. Okay. So sum of product always represents the symbol summation. POS, product of sum, always represents the symbol pi. Okay, students, you understood this part? We'll start in the next part in the next lecture. Okay, so for attendance, you call from your side only. A division, have you understood?